What's up guys, DP Connect ID Life HD, and today we're going to be talking about Rolando Royal Edition. This is a game that was released at the inception of the iPhone and the App Store, but has recently seen a remaster. When it was released 11 years ago, it was the game that basically put mobile gaming on the map. Does it still hold up to this day? Stay tuned and let's find out. First, let's go over game mode. There's only one game mode, and that's the story mode. So let's go through the settings that are available to you instead. So honestly, there's not much here either. All you have is the music volume slider, a sound effects volume slider, a tilt sensitivity volume slider, and the option to turn the vibration on or off. We didn't find the need to mess with any of these things. We just played with the default settings. Up next, the controls and gameplay. The controls are really different because they don't make many games like this anymore. You control your little circular characters by tilting your device left or right. To jump, you just swipe up. To select various characters, you slide your finger over the amount of Rolandos you want to select, and it just creates a selection box over your characters. To deselect the characters, you tap two fingers on the screen where there are no Rolandos. And finally, to choose just one character, you tap a particular Rolando. Everything else in the levels are just touch enabled, and we'll talk about that in the gameplay section coming up next. In terms of gameplay, there is so much variety. The object of the game is to get all your Rolandos to the exit door. While you're trying to get them there, the levels are filled with obstacles. Some obstacles include windmill-looking contraptions, seesaws, platforms that spring you up into the air, and you have a lot of things that you interact with, like the elevator platforms, spring-loaded separators, lights that you operate by rolling on top of them, little buttons that when pressed release bombs, and so much more. There's also a variety of levels. For instance, some of the levels will just tell you to make it to the end, and other levels will tell you to protect one of your Royal Rolandos. Then there are other levels that you use the kernel to stick to all the parts of the wall. You have levels where all your characters have to survive, and lastly there are those special levels. As you tilt your device, the whole level tilts as well, and you have to basically guide your Rolando to the end of the level without tilting incorrectly into the spikes or some other barrier. The interface looks so cool. It basically looks like a pop-up book that once open has some three-dimensional elements to it. You get 4 worlds to go through. Those worlds are Honeycup Meadows, Fire Canyon, Rolando Central, and Shadow Valley. Each will give you not only a different look but also different challenges. In terms of graphics, as mentioned in the intro, this game was remastered, so everything is much more three-dimensional and more crisp than the first version of the game 11 years ago. And that would make sense since mobile devices have increased in power since the first iPhone was released. The game looks beautiful. It's really a game that should be worth more than just $2.99. But because it's on mobile, that's the price they have to sell it for. The art style and gameplay is set to remind people of Loco Roco. We've never played it, but it's apparently really good. Up next, music and sound. The music is fantastic. The original soundtrack is by a band called Mr. Scruff. If you're looking for it on YouTube, that's what you will find it under. The sound of the music is so different, catchy, and eclectic that it really fits the game to perfection. The music was the strongest thing in the game back then, and it's still the strongest thing now. Great music never dies. It just ages like fine wine. The sound is top-notch as well. Everything from the characters talk or mumble to when they jump or walk around on certain surfaces like grass or rocks. Everything has a noise. The environments are also teeming with sounds as well. All that put together just makes this game a joy to listen to. Last but not least, the story mode. There's obviously not much of a deep story since it's a puzzle platformer, but there is one. Basically, the kingdom has been invaded and you and your team of Rolandos have to save royalty from the hands of the shadow creatures, and you have to traverse all the many terrain and levels in order to do that. Are you up for the task? We sure hope so, because you will have loads of fun. All in all, this is a fantastic game that I hope you'll buy for $2.99. The amount of quality that's in this game and the amount of gameplay that you will get out of it are top notch. Everything from the art style to the music and the creative way in which the game plays are amazing and fits perfectly to mobile devices. Say what you want, but this game has aged like fine wine. and that's why it's absolutely D-Life HD approved. If you haven't picked it up yet, pick it up now. Alright everybody, thanks for joining me. Let me know by commenting below if you agree with me or my opinions or have your own to share. If you like this video, remember to smash the like button because it really helps us out a lot. If you want more content like this, remember to subscribe because we release mobile game content like this very regularly. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more game updates. And lastly, remember to always stay one up.